And welcome to your Go Market Update today for the 12th of April with me, Mike Smith, Senior Analyst at Go Markets. Let's have a look at what's come across the newswires today. Of course, US markets traded to the downside again yesterday on earnings and inflation worries. US earnings season kicking off this week. Big banks are always first to report and they're in focus, with JP Morgan, the headline act on Wednesday. The China COVID situation is worsening, and this is also starting to concern markets. With supply issues already a problem globally, the China situation is likely to contribute to this further, possibly impacting on inflation. The flip side of this, of course, is that we are seeing potentially a drop in demand for some commodities. So we're seeing oil pull down, for example, to around about $100 a barrel. US futures are trading negative in early trading again. Nasdaq's down around 0.5% at this stage. Asian markets, not surprisingly, following that weak US lead, all markets are up and are to the downside. And the VIX we're seeing starting to rise again. It's attacking a key technical level at 25. Europe is expected to also open lower, subsequent to the US performance last night. US dollar index, conversely, closed at 13-month highs. We also saw gold rise again. It's trading around 1957 as we speak right now, testing resistance at that level. And as we said, oil has dropped down and testing that $100 support. Also seeing a little bit of weakness in copper as the potential demand for commodities across the board goes down. In the crypto space, these still look bearish. Bitcoin continues to head towards key support levels around about 38,000. And it is a big day today. Of course, anything significant geopolitically is likely to influence market sentiment. But we have also German inflation numbers out, UK jobs, and the headline act is the US CPI. That inflation number is absolutely critical for sentiment going forward and, of course, may impact on Fed policy. Let's just look at a couple of charts of interest that have caught my eye this morning. We'll start with that US dollar strength, looking at the GB pound USD. You can see we're pushing hard against support on the daily chart. If we just switch this to the shorter term chart, you can see how we've had a fairly significant drop off in Asia. Really, this noise around here and here would suggest that if we were interested to look at a potential short position, then we may move this down towards this 129.90 level before we get really interested. And the ASX, one of the charts that's caught our eye a little bit was Coles. It had a very good performance yesterday, smashing through resistance at this 1825 level. We did actually start higher than this, but it seems to have dropped off a little bit. But we are interested if we get a confirmation of this high volume candle here. If we break this pivot high, then that might be of interest for a medium-term hold, perhaps. Certainly one to keep an eye on. And of course, Nufarm, which we discussed yesterday, that stock and the sector is doing well also in a market which is otherwise under a little bit of pressure.
Trade safe, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye for now.